Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Builderment. Between episodes, I've been looking at our production. And I think we're going to need to amp up our industrial frame production even further. It is still super weak. We did a bunch to increase tungsten carbide, so we have a ton of that. We've got plenty of whatever that stuff is. What is it? Industrial frames. Tons of metal frames. We've always had tons of metal frames. But concrete continues to be a problem, even though we did try and ramp it up. I also shut off the concrete supply to our tanks because we have a lot of tanks saved up. These guys use 4 concrete each, but in storage here, we've got 510 tanks. Even with that, it's still nowhere near where we need it. And we're actually going to need industrial frames for more than just these upgrades. This takes 500 and this takes 500. I think we'll get credit for both. As soon as we get 97 more in, I think we'll be able to unlock both of those. We'll see. But we have another upgrade. Where is it? Is it this guy? Oh, gotta find it now. There's another upgrade in here that takes a whole bunch. This one, this one right here. We want to complete the tech tree, right? But this guy, the manufacturer upgrade, even though I don't care about manufacturer tier 4, we can just slap down more manufacturer tier 3 buildings. I do want to complete the tech tree, and this upgrade takes 2,000 industrial frames, right? We're never going to get there unless I leave it running for like a month. So let's do a little more to ramp up this production for the industrial frames. Basically, we just need to get more concrete over here. That's steel rods and sand. What I'm thinking we can do, we have some untapped rock here that we can convert into sand. In fact, we've got even some sand here that's being used for, looks like, glass production that we could tap into as well. And then I have steel rods that we put together a couple episodes ago that are backed up right here on this belt. And so here's that production. We could even potentially ramp that up, it looks like, although we don't have a ton of extra graphite coming through here. We might be able to ramp this up, but let's start by extending this belt of steel rods. Boom, we're coming across. And then let's grab, like we have a little bit of rock here that we're not using. Are these upgraded? They are. This is more glass production, I think. But yeah, there's some stone deposits here we can tap into and make sand, combine it with those rods and make concrete. And then there's some stone, a whole bunch right here that we could tap into as well, that we were just looking at. So let's do that. Let's, how do we best want to do it though? Because we can do sand here, and then bring the rods over here, and we'll have a concrete belt. Guess we can run like a little concrete belt through here, right where my mouse is, coming through here. And then maybe steel rods up here somewhere and combine with this rock that we're not fully utilizing. Drop those concrete blocks onto our little new concrete bus. Then bring that down here somewhere to hook into this line. But yeah, otherwise it's just going to take us forever. Let's do it. Let's get started. We'll tap into the rock that is closest to us here. In fact, we have even more we can borrow here, but let's just get on it. I'm going to start with coal mine, or a coal power plant. Boom. And get these guys covered. That'll do. And we can branch coal pretty easy from here. Looks like we have excess coal. Borrow. Boom. All right, that's coal power. And now we want a bunch of this. We want to make a bunch of sand. Let's grab this. And reverse it. Kind of want my outputs to the right. And we can line it up with this just for the heck of it. Right there. And let's reverse these belts. This is going to be our input belt. And we'll take off the bottom one. Outputs we're going to want to have go down. So I'll reverse those. Outputs. We'll see. We're going to bring these steel rods over. Are these? Okay, those are being stored too. I have 412. Not a ton. Graphite, but we don't have tons of graphite. We'll see. We'll see. We'll use what we have from here. We're going to bring this over, but let's get the rock going first. Copy an extractor here. Boom. Something like that. That taps into all this stone, and there's some more we could borrow from here. See how this does. Go get the steel rods and bring those over. I'm gonna borrow these. We have actually, it looks like we have the potential to get more graphite too if we want. That belt looks like it's got a lot of room because we're splitting it here. I see. That is saturated. And then we split. We've got plenty of extra wood here. So we'll see. We've got opportunities to scale up. This is our belt of rods. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Whoops, not like that. Stop that one there for now. And then this sand, we're going to just... let's go. We got plenty of room over here. Go up with you. I'm going to break this one right here for now. These rods, we're going to branch these with a splitter. I want them to come up right there. Boom. The rods. I'll break this belt till I have the factory set up. And we want to make concrete. We can copy from down here somewhere. This guy, this guy right here. I don't think we're going to need that many, but we'll take it. Something like that. Those are forged tier 2s. And we can upgrade these just for the heck of it. We probably don't need to. That should get us concrete, and we want... Let's have the output go down on this. And I guess we could have that concrete either travel just above this steel rod belt or just below it. Because we're going to travel off to the, east here, and then do the same thing over here. I can kind of foresee wanting to ramp up steel rod production too. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Let's get this initial stuff going first. Outputs down here. Let's have this hop underneath and just travel this way. Boom, and then we can turn, I think we can turn this production on. Let's do it. And let's run this concrete belt where it needs to go, which is way the heck over here. Kind of way out. Okay, you're there. That Wolfram, I don't think we're going to bother with that. Might get around it though. We go down. Do this. Thinking we could travel. It's just a dead belt, right? This thing? Where was that going? Oh. Get rid of this. No, we have something on there. I see. Fuel rods. Going down into the hub. But this part's no longer needed. Let's get rid of it. Always put it back if we want it. This part we are not using. This stuff is not really being used. We'll rid of the belts. I'll leave the miners since they're a little more pricey. Just want to clean up some of the spaghetti, make it look a little bit better. I want to bring our concrete down and travel. Just below this belt here. Something like this. And this is concrete coming over. We're going to bring this all the way back to where we're making our industrial frames. Need to somehow like dip under here and cross over and join up right there. Probably it'll come down right here. Where are you, belt? You're the let's wiggle down one here. Kind of like having a space between the belts. Let's do just for looks. And now we're we're gonna have to do another wiggle down, and then we're gonna go next to this guy. Let's do our wiggle early this time. Something like that. Underneath, that's probably fine. Next to this guy, down. Build. And we'll take an underground belt all the way to where we need to be. Boom. And then rotate this guy. Boom. Okay, now we've got a path for those concrete blocks to go. Not many there yet. We'll try and get more. How are we doing on supply? And could be improved, right? We have excess capacity up on this area. So some of these can be diverted. Let's do it. Let's see what that does. This side is already pretty saturated and actually backed up. If we can get this one to be a little more saturated. In fact, we have glass backing up here. How much do we have stored? Oh, tons, right? Tons. Let's do something different. Thinking this line of glass production, I may just take this out and use this little bit of sand that's coming through and just throw it over this way somewhere. Let's do a couple things. Let's take the U. Take this out. And this all out. You there. We need to change that splitter. Rotate it. And this is gonna be, this isn't gonna be a huge help, but it's something. Let's put this guy down here. Purposely separate these a bit. And then let's grab this sand. Reverse this. We'll have this one go down. Get rid of that. We have enough glass, tons of glass over here. This line's backed up. This is still backed up here, so we can throw some more rock down this way. That one looks pretty good over here on the far right. How is this belt doing? I think we're gonna burn through. I bet we're gonna burn through these steel rods. We're gonna have to ramp those up. In fact, we might want to do that next. That's looking pretty good. Pretty happy with that. And that's a bunch more. That's a bunch more concrete. And we can add even more. Let's just take a look at this real quick. and see if this backlog moves off to the right. I think it's gonna, right? Eventually we're gonna clear all that and we're not gonna have enough steel rods. Seems pretty clear that's the case. Let's do steel rods. What can we do to amp this up? Plenty of graphite. We could use more steel. We could do something like we just did, right? We can throw some more ore onto here. Then we're gonna run out of graphite, but that's fine. Let's do it. These are all tier 4 forges. Let's add one more of these guys. And then let's get another coal mine down here. Boom. And we'll tap into some of this metal. Where can I get you? Maybe down here makes sense. That covers quite a bit. And we'll borrow some coal from somewhere. Boy, there's no good way to make that look pretty. Down here. Try that. Looks. See if this looks a little better. Boom. Straight down. Like that. Ooh, I don't know if I like it. Delete. We'll try it. See. Okay, let's get this iron. Oh, I can just pull through here, I think. Okay, what am I missing? That guy needs to just be rotated. That should do it. And then, like I said, I'm expecting now we're gonna tap out the graphite line here. Is that what that is? Graphite? Yep. Okay, so let's follow graphite back and see if there's something we can do here. We're already anemic. We need more of that. Is that coal? What is that? Yeah, that's just coal. That is usually solvable. Very, very solvable. This belt is going down, I think, to feed like burners or something. Let's get rid of this. We have some silliness going on here. Let's clean it up. Let's clean it up. Take this belt. And make that a dedicated feed for that line. And not worry about this silliness. and all this can go. Then this can go, and this can go. And let's get just another dedicated belt. Ooh, I guess we do have a lot going on over here that's already tapped out. Whole power plant needed over here for sure. Do that while we see it. Obvious improvement. Boom, and then how do I want to feed that? Thinking. Let's rotate this guy. And we'll put a splitter right here. Boom. I don't think I can actually rotate this guy to feed into that. But I want more on there. So you and you. I just want to make sure this guy always gets enough coal to run. These are tier 3 extractors. Are they upgradable? Have another level? We do. Do that for sure. And let's get all these. Upgraded to tier 4. Ooh, 65 grand more gone. That's being shared. That's being shared. This belt is now backed up. This is the one that we just rerouted. Looks like we got a problem with this guy. Rotate. This is going to go away. We're going to give this branch its own dedicated line of coal from the source. That's what I'm working towards. We can tap into these guys. That's not what I wanted. It's going to be our new belt, but we need to get more coal on there. Kind of surprised these belts aren't more backed up. Imagine this coal is just being used for power plants and things, but maybe not. Yeah, power plants. How is that not backed up? Oh, we're sharing it. Let's get rid of this silliness since we no longer need it. Yeah, just coal power plants. Wow, I'm surprised. Surprised that's not backing up. But we didn't have a coal power plant there. Need more coal. This guy looks like he has surplus. See if we can clear this backlog. Otherwise, we'll throw more onto that belt. Let's finish routing this belt too. Now, this line has its own dedicated belt. We want, ideally, a saturated belt of coal here and a saturated belt of coal here. We can burn through these logs. It's going to take a while for the coal to make its way across. And it's probably not going to be saturated just yet. It's pretty thin, actually, still. see. This one down here is kind of backed up. Yep. Thinking. These guys are all underutilized. How can I get them over there? Turn these. Trying to redistribute this coal a little better. Like most of the clogs are gone. Still a little bit backed up over here. We could take some more. All right, that's better. That's gotta be a lot better, right? Looking at this top belt here just to see if it's gonna increase in saturation. Doesn't look great. Is there more coal we could tap into nearby? There is not. That belt looks backed up, but it's just feeding the power plant. That one is flowing. I don't see any backups here, so that's probably as good as we can get. And the goal of that whole effort was to get some more steel rods on this belt. Oh man, it doesn't look great. Does not look great. File this up again. Yeah, we're burning through all the coal we can send. Yeah, no, there's coal down here I could send up, but could do that. We got lots of wood here. Be nice to have these running at capacity. A long, goofy belt. Do it. We really need lots of industrial frames. So that's what this effort's all about. Upgrade you. Boom, boom, boom. And then I want a coal power plant in here somewhere. Let's do it. Boom, anywhere. Bad spot. Build. splitter just to feed this guy. Okay, that might be a saturated belt of coal. We're going to bring it all the way up. I want to go pretty far out here. Not going to let me cross that water. Need to go a bit higher. So easy to make belts in this game. I love it. Do you like it? Up one more. How about you feed that? And then we'll share you with this guy. Something like that. So I need to splitter build. So hopefully that gets us 2 fully saturated belts. Looks like this belt, it's not quite saturated. Neither one is, but maybe when this new supply comes up, I'll take a look and see if this is going to come up as saturated or not. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That should help that situation. We could probably do a 3rd line too. Ooh, is there room here? Probably do a 3rd line. But we need another belt of wood to come across. Let's see if there's room. Not really. I could make room. Let's try it. I can make room here. Let's just get rid of this. What is this thing? Nothing. Delete you. Boom. Making that look a little bit nicer. We're going to have a wood belt that comes through this way. That'll be new. Let me get rid of this splitter here because it looks weird. We don't have a ton of wood that we can tap into. Let's see. How are we going to do this? Okay. These two are going to join up here. Then all of you are going to come with me. see what we get. Doesn't have to be perfectly saturated. We'll take what we can get. And I need to get coal in here too from somewhere. From somewhere. Oh man. Could just use. Oh boy. Could try and use byproduct coal. Gonna starve these out though. What are these belts doing? Yeah, these are not saturated, so they do need help. There is some extra coal here. Borrow some of this, half of that belt. And then this guy coming through. Let's do something a little different. Going to be a full belt coming up. Some of it's going to go down there. Excess will come over here. This is going to be a little crazy. And then whatever's left, we'll share between these two guys. And maybe we'll end up with something close to 3 saturated belts coming down here. We don't know how wood's going to shape up until this coal arrives. Where are you? Here it comes. That should get us a ton more graphite. Let's take a look at the tech tree. We got to be getting close. Man, at least to the 2 here. Yeah, we need 11 more industrial frames. But again, after that, it's like 2,000. All right, there's our coal. Coal's on the way. Let's hang out here for a second. About 50 seconds. And see what we end up with over here. We're almost saturated just as it is. Almost. So maybe this new belt will help all 3 of these lines fill up. Because none of them are 100% saturated. That one's close though. Here it comes. Love to see this top belt that I'm mousing over. I'd like to see that guy back up. That'll mean we have 3 full belts coming through. And then I think we're going to be a little light on wood somewhere. But we've got room to optimize there too. Got some excess here. We'll see. Just balance this with our eyes. Okay, this belt's not ready to back up yet. One on the right. Hoping that fills up. That's going to have to fill up first before this new belt backs up. And it should, because it's not getting enough logs. Let's see what we can do on logs. Two that are backed up. Rotate this guy around. That's coal. Yeah, we're still light on coal. Quite a bit light on coal. I just want to unclog these this quote unquote log jam. And I'm trying to figure out how to do it, how best to do it. Why don't you go there? Getting there. That's much improved. We're getting a lot more graphite through here. That is much improved. It's not quite perfect. Take a little bit, take production down off of this leg. That's looking a little bit better now, right? None of our miners are backed up, although now it looks like this line is going to probably back up. That's largely because this guy is starved out on coal. Well, I could run another big long coal belt. Man, let's see how everything's doing downstream here, though. Yeah, rods. So we've been working on amping up the carbon. A whole bunch of it's going down. We need more steel here for sure, or iron ore. Yeah, right now we're not throwing it away, but I don't want this belt of graphite backed up. I want this guy always flowing. That belt is saturated. This belt of iron ore. This one is not. We want to get that saturated, and that may solve our problems. Let's get another coal plant put down and tap into the rest of these iron deposits. Oh. Nope. Use your head. Use your head. That's not going to work. I should saturate this belt. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be enough. Chew through all the iron that we can throw at it, and then I think we should see this graphite belt just start moving constantly. Could be wrong. Do have a little bit more iron ore we could tap into, and this one's kind of backed up. Let's clean this up a little bit. Thinking we might be putting another row here, another row of 4 of these guys. And then just bring this iron down. Oops, and around. I don't want this graphite line moving non-stop. And we already know that this is backed up. So let's do this. Let's do this. Oh man, it's gonna be a little goofy. Coal for the power plant. It's not pretty, but I think it's gonna work. Let's see what we end up with. Let's just keep an eye on this. Again, the goal right now is to, yeah, there we go. Make sure that that graphite belt is just constantly flowing and not backed up. All right, we've got a little bit more steel rods. A little depressing. What we could do. We'll let that go. It's going to cut back on the uranium processing, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. Yeah, I'm not seeing enough concrete on this belt. We may need to do another whole steel rod factory. Have more stone we can tap into. We just need some graphite and iron. Trees up there. Coal all over the place. Do we want to bother with it? Not really, but we probably need to. Yeah, these iron belts are backed up, but it doesn't matter. We don't have enough graphite to feed all the iron that we're supplying in here anyway. I don't think I can ramp up graphite any more than I am. Let's see where this graphite's going. Hopefully it's not going on the hub or something. Now this is all going to feed, what are you doing? Tungsten carbide. That's all fine. Well, we've got 2,000 fuel rods saved up. Just thinking if there's something we can cut back on. I mean, I can get more tungsten. You guys are using graphite. Yeah, to produce tungsten carbide. We're using all that tungsten carbide. Well, not really. Eventually that belt's going to back up on its own. That's going to cause the graphite to back up on its own too. Let's cut this production. Cut this production down. We can do it real easy just by deleting that belt. That'll cause this graphite to back up. We'll still get tungsten, but we've got tons. Our tungsten's already kind of backing up. We've got a lot. If we run out, we can always put reconnect this belt and we'll be fine. That'll allow this graphite to back up. Boom. And as it backs up, more of it will head over to basically our steel rod production, which is what we need right now. Yeah, steel rods. Everything we send up. We've got tons of extra sand just waiting on these steel rods. That's our bottleneck. That is our bottleneck. Got steel. It's just more graphite. That coal mine's actually tapped out mostly. We have some backups. Do we want to make more graphite and send it over? Or is there like a supply of graphite that I don't know about that's laying around here somewhere that we could steal from? Probably not close by. Like I said, this is starting to back up, so we're going to get more. More will go in towards steel rods. As this backup works up. Tell you what, let's leave this episode here. It's been a long one. Oh, we finally got our upgrades. Let's take these. I think we're going to get 2, right? This one says it needed 500. This one says it needs 500. We just reached 500. Let's see if we get both of them or just one. We want this one first. Yeah, we get both. That's kind of interesting. Okay, now finally the counter is ticking on our 2000. That's like our most difficult challenge right now, is getting 2,000 of these industrial frames. The supercomputers we have, we can throw those. In fact, we'll do that next episode. We'll put supercomputers on the main bus. We've got a ton of these stored up. That won't be a problem at all. And that last upgrade... what did that unlock for us? Was... yeah, this. That is on autopilot. Earth tokens we're waiting on. And all we need are matter duplicators. We'll see where we stand on these two. I think we're making these, right? Did we not make those? We'll check next episode. If not, that's what we're going to work on, matter duplicators. Thought we might have actually made these. Yeah, we'll see. And they're stored. We just need to throw them on. If we are making them, we need to throw them on the bus. We'll see. All for next episode. For now, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy this series on Builderment. We are so close. We're so close. We're just going around kind of ramping up some of the weaker production lines. And we made some good progress this episode doing that. But yeah, I want to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members, as always, for their support of the channel. And I'll see you all in the next episode.